So prior to a planning retreat, what I ask you to do, I'd want all of the shareholders to fill in a detailed questionnaire about how they see the firm. In other words, where's their head at with respect to ABCD? Who does what? How hard do they work? Are they happy with profits? Are they happy with roles being played, etc.? What services are we offering? What's the profit from those various services? Which clients do we have? Where's the profit from the clients? Let's interview the team members. Let's interview some of the clients. Invite them into the boardroom, give them a champagne, ask them how they find the firm, what they've used the firm for in the last 6 months, how they feel about that value. Have any of you done any of these sorts of things? A review of the information and communication technology platform in the firm, probably using some external specialist support, and a review of marketing and perhaps digital marketing and sales efforts. All done beforehand with summarised dot point form reports prepared and put into a booklet and distributed a week before we have our planning meeting. When that happens, we tend to have a meeting where we focus on debating the situation in the firm, the strategies, and what roles we're going to play. If that's not done beforehand, I find that people get together for a planning retreat, and what happens is all of the pressure comes out and there's massive talk, and at the end of it, no decisions, and everyone leaves frustrated and they say planning retreats are not worth it. So prior preparation prevents a P-poor performance. Then the agenda that we would use that's been successful for us is as follows. What I'm going to do is just walk you through the agenda and then talk to each point. You might find your first planning meeting you're not able to cover all of this material, so you probably need to pull some of the bits of it out, but ideally this is what I'd like to see you cover. So the first point is where you're headed. In the next 3 to 5 years, what do you want your firm to look like? Size, revenue, profit, number of directors, number of people, resourcing. Are you going to use outsourced resource to help you? Locations, ICT, all of that sort of thing. What's the purpose of the firm and those who are leading it? What is your why? Why are we doing this? What are the outcomes, the focus in terms of your clients? What are you trying to achieve for them? Values, what behaviour is okay and not okay within the firm? Strategic initiatives, what are the 3 things you've got to get right in the next 3 months, and perhaps set those every 3 months and create project groups to drive at them. Who's going to be responsible for what? Are we going to have an employed practice manager responsible for all of the functional areas, or are we going to spread them around amongst some of the directors in the practice? What about a budget? What meetings will we have, where and when, what agendas, to make sure that we actually implement what we've planned to do? Succession plans, who's going to retire and when? I'd like 3 to 5 years notice, so that I can get people working alongside of the senior people who want to retire with their clients, so that we've got, they learn, be it client relationships or specialist areas in that period. 3 to 5 years, is that too long? I keep saying, for people who want to leave, if you want to be paid out, I think that's what we need. Sometimes though, people say, I'm going to go in 5 years, and they actually mentally switch off long before then. And that may require matters in the shareholders' agreement, the final item about what happens when someone's performance drops, and what are we going to do in terms of tolerating that or not. And if we're not going to tolerate it, what percentage vote does it require to get someone to go sooner? Again, built into the rules. So there are the agenda items. To cover all of that in the first meeting might be difficult, so you might say let's strike some of those out, but ideally that's what I'd like to see done every 12 months.